Christmas, Muppets, Scrooge, yes.
Well, there's no need to be like that.
Why?
I thought you were talking about me.
No, I wasn't talking about you. You're not quite a Muppet or Scrooge.
Or Scrooge-like.
At the
No,
moment.
Scrooge like Muppet. I'm going to say, buddy, hell, go. Scrooge.
Hello. We are very excited. We're back with our annual festive watch-along. The three of us.
Yes.
Has become a
Tradition.
Notorious
a wonderful tradition. Yes.
I think. Muppets Christmas Carol, we've we've decided this year through a little bit of deliberation, but we've been on a good run with them now. I think this is our 5th year, actually.
Yeah, we've been doing this for a while. What was the first? Was Die Hard the first one?
Die Hard
Was Die Hard the first one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which I think is still your favourite that we've all done together.
Yes.
Yeah, technically, it just blew me head though. Couldn't cope with
simply because you were talking
so
about
many
problems with the
inaccuracies
ductwork.
in it. Yeah. What was the one after that?
Home Alone 2.
Home Alone 2.
Yes.
Deck the Halls.
Deck the Halls.
Gremlins.
Last year.
Yes.
We did the Howling for a Halloween.
For a Halloween special. Yes.
That was good. And now we've got what I think is truly an awful lot of people's favourite Christmas movie. And certainly favourite version of this story.
Telling. Yes. As there are so many.
Maybe not ours, because I know we're partial to the Albert Finney musical version in this house. I'm also partial to the 1951.
I'm not.
Why don't you? Do you not like that one?
I think no.
Why?
It's just a bit
It's kind of boring.
It's a bit yeah.
But you don't think it's boring. Stop saying it's boring. Why do you think it's boring?
He agrees with me.
I mean, I'd rather have like lots of music and dancing and silliness.
So would Muppets be your favorite version?
I wouldn't say it's my favorite version.
What would your favorite?
I'm a modern gal, so I'm a Scrooge. I'm a Scrooged person.
Scrooge.
Bill
Not
Murray,
Scrooge. Yeah, no, it's
awful.
No, I don't like Scrooge.
I like Scrooge because I like that it's kind of scary.
I actually don't like Scrooge. You mean it's kind of scary? What version of A Christmas Carol isn't scary?
Well, I mean, the visuals are more scary.
Well, it is at times. Well, I'll be scared at one point towards the end of this movie. Statler and Waldorf as the Marleys, they're quite scary.
Oh yeah,
it is. Apparently, we get called Statler and Waldorf, so that'll be.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, don't use that. We're just grumpy old men in the
press play now.
Yeah, let's go. Should we just start? We're watching, by the way, the full-length version that is available on Disney Plus.
Yeah, so you just go to the extras and it's there. It'll have a nice deleted song in there. So
yes, with the additional song that for some reason I don't know why was taken out of the movie. Should we just start? Should we count it down and have some fun? Yes. Let's do it. Go ahead, count it down for us, Janine.
All right. 3, 2, 1, play.
Playing.
So maybe this will actually become my favorite because I just haven't watched it in a very long time. This is not like I say it's not my favorite because I don't watch it every Christmas.
You'll be able to tell us at the end, Janine.
Yes. So I haven't seen this movie in many a moon.
See, I always watch this. I watch this every year.
I tend to watch it every year.
You know which one I've never seen, which might surprise people. Do, by the way, if you're popping in the live chat today, do say a little hello.
Yes.
I'm hoping to get a couple of people in. It's always nice.
Yes.
Surprisingly, I've never watched the George C. Scott one. And I feel like that's a lot of people's favorites as well.
Okay. Did you ever watch the motion capture Jim Carrey version?
No, I don't like the motion capture one.
Okay.
My brother likes the motion capture. Lucas, I think, likes the motion capture one. I don't like that because I don't like that style of mocap animation. It's freaky.
Yeah, it's like Uncanny Valley. I think that one looks better than Polar Express, but it's still very jarring.
Polar Express is terrifying.
Yes.
It really is. See, I'm just wanting to sing already.
Go for it.
I can't. I can't sing on my own. We all must sing.
Sing together.
I realise nobody else can actually hear the movie because we're actually doing that. Paul Williams, of course, there. Janine giving songs by credit, did Muppets. Also, of course, did the songs for Bugsy Malone. Yes.
Okay.
Would you like to live in this time?
No, I wouldn't like to live in Dickens Victorian London.
Would you not?
No,
don't talk about how smelly it probably was. No movie ever references
the whole point of
the
Dickens'
smell.
entire literature world is the fact that everybody's miserable all the time.
I'd have a go at that.
A go at that? Yeah. What, living in...
Just to see if you could do it. Yeah. Just take it on as a challenge.
There's no fire because you can't afford the coal because somebody like Scrooge is scamming you out of the money to allow you to buy coal. There's no other way of getting it.
Quite good. Pickpocketing and stuff.
You just want to pickpocket. I didn't realise your goal in life was to be a
pickpocket and be able to get away with it because there's no cameras, there's nobody.
There's no cameras. I always like the random Muppets at the beginning in this. Like, what are they doing?
Just hanging out of windows. Who's that cow? Just sticking out.
The cow. Yeah, I mean...
Pigs and Grapes Tavern. What a name for a pub.
Pigs and Grapes. I think that's because the puppets were pigs and grapes in that point. And I'm just waiting for the opening song.
Yeah, it actually is a while before I think we get to it. Longer than you expect. The world of Muppets sets up, I think, the same kind of questions as like Goofy. Because Goofy is a dog, but then Pluto's a dog. And like they're not the same kind of dog. But here you have like animals who are animals, but then they're also like wearing hats and talking.
Oh yeah, but what's Gonzo?
He's a Muppet.
He's not an animal.
No.
Yeah, he is.
What is he?
I don't know.
I've never understood what Gonzo's supposed to be.
What it is. Some kind of deformed rat.
A deformed rat we've just had then.
Okay, determined. Hook-nosed rat.
Rizzo looks like a deformed rat, to be fair.
He is. He's Cookies Rizzo the rat.
Just a rat in there. You can tell he's a rat. I don't know Gonzo.
Oh, that's a pretty good entrance.
There we go. There you go.
Yeah.
Character entrance.
Billowing cloak. Yes.
Is it because you just want to wear things like billowy cloaks and top hats?
And top hats? Is that why you want to go back there?
And walk around with a cane?
I think I probably have a cane. What's your on top hat?
Should have bought you a cane for Christmas. Kimber, hello in the chat. We love you.
Hey, Kimber.
Hi, Kimber.
I do hope you're watching Muppets with us.
Oh, here's your song.
We call Scrooge.
To make all of these. Can't imagine.
Vegetable Muppets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
It's a bit much, isn't it?
You don't like the vegetable Muppets.
A little too much.
Kimber's unfortunately at work, but thank you for dropping in. This movie is
thank you.
jam. Apparently, it is great.
Aww.
And Kimber also says she watches this every year along with Edward Scissorhands, which
yes,
okay,
I mean by the end of the film, it actually is Christmas.
It is technically a Christmas movie.
Yeah, we're Christmas at the end. I think we bookend with Christmas with old lady.
That big snowy ice scene, isn't it?
I remember.
It's quite a cold movie generally. I think Edward Scissorhands, aesthetically.
Yes.
Would you go to puppet shows?
Yeah, definitely.
Like in the street?
I'd put them on.
You'd put them on?
Yeah. Best puppet show in London.
Best puppet show in what type of puppet show would you have? Just
traditional. Oh, is that the name? That would be the name of your puppet show? The best puppet show in London?
The best puppet show in London. It would be free for all the children.
So that's why you want to go back to this time so you could put on puppet shows with your cane and your cloak?
Yeah.
See, I would dress like that, and you know full well I would dress like that.
You do? No?
I do sometimes dress like that. I don't have a cane. Scrooge is getting worse.
My name is Michael Caine. Wrong film.
He makes a good Scrooge. Who's the best Scrooge in your opinion?
How about Finney?
See, who's the best Scrooge, and what is your favorite version? I don't think you can have a favorite version without that version having your favorite Scrooge.
Best Scrooge. Yeah, a lot of things you can kind of separate, but I don't think this is one of them.
Fair, Michael Caine's pretty good. Scrooge.
Michael Caine's a phenomenal Scrooge. I don't think I've seen a bad Scrooge, to be honest with you.
From Bill Murray.
Well, I don't class Scrooge as actual.
No, it's not Scrooge. It isn't Scrooge
because it's not a Christmas Carol.
No,
is it?
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
See, Kimber liked Scrooged as well. I don't know what this obsession with Scrooged is. I don't get it. Why do you like Scrooge, Ginny? What is it about Scrooge?
I think it's funny. I think it's a little bit scary. I like the take on it. I like that they try to spin the story in a modern way. I think they do a good job with that.
I'll have to watch it again.
I mean, maybe, but look, this is about as Americanized as I want a Christmas Carol.
Yes, Americans love Scrooge. So that's
yeah. But Muppets are American. Yeah, you know, it's a nice balance. We like the balance.
Yes.
Thank you for the compliment on the jumpers, Kimber, as well. Very nice. We came similarly styled today.
Yes.
So you wouldn't want to work in somewhere like that.
I used to.
No, not somewhere quite exactly like that.
No.
And I'm sure it's a pain in the butt to write with a quill. Like,
yeah,
it's got to be obnoxious.
But when you look at how they wrote, it was always dead neat.
Yes, how do you? Yes.
How do you do that? Because
With
you knew
that
there would
thing.
just be blobs of ink of everything.
Yeah, like eking out of it.
Yeah.
You can't control the ink flow in just a piece of feather. Like
through hard Victorian schooling.
I don't think that's a good enough answer.
I guess. Well, how does anybody learn to write?
Oh, with a quill.
Well, how else would
dipping
they
it in ink?
Yeah, but that's just how people wrote. For at that point, 1,000 years.
Well, it's impressive, isn't it? There's no
It is
blobs, I
impressive.
think,
It
everywhere.
is very impressive.
What sort of feather it is?
Goose,
I think.
probably.
Most likely.
Common.
They have like the thick kind of stems to them. Oh, Kimber has a nice comment here. I was actually talking to Tom about how Muppets Christmas Carol will live forever. A Christmas Carol is timeless, and so are the Muppets. I hope people are watching this movie in 100 years.
I do agree with the timeless nature of
Yes.
both, to be honest. Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, because Muppets.
Everybody likes the Muppet. You can't.
it's not.
Yes.
It's not age.
No.
Have they?
I mean,
timeless because
obviously the voices of the voice actors have changed, you know, over the decades.
Yeah, but
and the puppeteers have changed over the decades, but
they still
just
keep the same energy, and they are very timeless for sure.
Yeah, definitely is.
Kimber says you've started a scandal, Morgan.
A scandal?
She can see your neck. No turtlenecks.
Oh, I am sorry. That's true. There it is.
Morgan actually does have a neck.
Yes.
No, no turtleneck today. Unfortunately.
I was worried your head would roll away, but no, we're safe from that.
I'm not nearly headless, Nick. See, I like that. I don't know his name, but the P-looking guy.
The guy with no eyes.
The guy with no eyes. I always do.
Just walking. What's happened to his eyes?
Yes.
Like,
somehow it works. Somehow you still read him with eyes, even though there's nothing there.
I just like how he walks around and he speaks just, oh dear, well, I just don't think anything's going to happen very nice here.
It's a bit like
Mr. Scrooge.
Like Bumble off of Rainbow.
He reminds me a bit of Penfold from Danger Mouse.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yes, his coloring is very pea-like and the round head. It's just like a walking pea in a pod. Oh, hello, my friend Bats. Ashley is here. Hi, Ashley.
Ashley, hello. How are you? Do you like the Muppets Christmas Carol? What is your favourite version of A Christmas Carol? That's the question for everyone.
The Albert Finney Scrooge was in contention at one point.
It was in contention.
Did you just put it in the bin?
I didn't put it in the bin. No, I think we decided that generally more people like this movie, so it may garner for a better watch along. And this is also a musical as well.
Yeah.
So at least we're getting a musical with it.
Yeah. Well, Albert Finney Scrooge is a musical.
No, that's what I mean. Like, they're both musicals.
Right.
So at least we're getting a musical.
Yeah.
But this is probably a little
bit more attractive
movie.
To a bigger audience.
Yes.
Possibly. Yes. Yeah, I get that.
Which I don't like necessarily the fact that that's the case, because I do think
that the Albert Finney one deserves its credit.
It deserves more appreciation than I think it gets.
And he was born just up the road from where we live.
He was, yes, which is why we like it as well.
Yeah.
He is local.
Oh, okay.
Feel like we actually knew him, even though
we didn't know him.
Even though
Ash loves Scrooge
lived
too.
like 5 miles up the road.
He did, yeah.
Kimber's right, asking the right questions. So Ashley has said she loves Scrooge as well.
Getting ganged up on.
We are, aren't we?
Yeah.
What are your feelings towards the Albert Finney version?
Yes, thanks to you. After I watched that version with you, I have that soundtrack on in my playlist. So
good songs.
It comes up in my rotation all the time.
I mean, great songs in the Muppets one, obviously, as well. But there is really good songs in there.
Yes.
Albert Finney. Although Kermit the Frog probably is the best Bob Cratchit.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
I agree with that. Yeah. I think his tone is perfect.
It is, yeah. It's like me at work insisting I get Christmas Day off. See, Kimber says that one doesn't have Kermit in it, and that one doesn't have One More Sleep Till Christmas in it. No, it doesn't, which is what's going to happen in about 2 minutes' time. But it does have Happiness Is a Thing You Can't See in it.
Yes.
And December the 25th.
December the 25th.
Which is, and Thank You Very Much in it, which is a great song.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
And it has Albert Finney, so we can all argue here.
No dancing on coffins on the Muppets.
No, I don't recall anybody dancing on a coffin in the Muppets Christmas Carol.
Obviously a highlight of the Christmas period.
Dancing a big choreographed musical number on top of Scrooge's coffin.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good song.
It is a good song.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Muppets in general have always had good music in their movies.
They have.
Mm-hmm. Rainbow Connection is a classic.
No, it is. I mean, talk about just joyful songs.
Mm-hmm.
And it wouldn't work if it wasn't sung by Kermit either. And I think that's a point with this whole Kermit the Frog as the best Bob Cratchit idea.
Yeah, but you can
This
get like
song-
a good performance out of that voice work and this
This song
puppet.
doesn't sound right if it's not sung like
that
in that
yeah.
voice.
Yeah, a bit like a bit soft and gentle.
Yeah. But even if you're singing it even if this is stuck in your head tomorrow and you go out and sing it, you'll sing it with the voice of Kermit the Frog. You won't just sing it in your voice.
Yeah.
I struggle, I'll be honest with you, struggle singing it like Kermit the Frog.
Can you not do that? Can you
I
not
don't
like
think so,
block
no.
your throat like that? And
I don't think so.
Like gulp it
quite
back.
soft.
Yeah, it's very gulpy in the back of your throat
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Yeah.
now, what about doing that?
What?
Creating ice slides.
Hmm.
Dangerous though.
Oh, I think it should definitely be brought back. More people should do it.
I mean, it's early skiing. You all are skiers.
Really ski.
Everybody used to do that. When I was little, like every street, there was just big patches of ice you just used to create. And
Yeah.
old people just used to walk along them and they didn't fall over anything. If they did fall
The
over, they'd be like,
sturdy
"Oh."
old people of yesteryear.
Oh,
Yes.
well,
They didn't have fancy
slipping.
grips on their shoes. They just
Yeah, you get up and like rub themselves down, dust them off, and crack on, wouldn't you?
keep going.
Now you'd be
yeah.
getting sued.
The council would be getting sued.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I was a lad. Having fires outside on streets.
I mean, that's good,
Nice,
isn't
isn't
it?
it?
Yeah, I'd do that. Although there's a little bit of like, is that nice, or is it also like a bunch of street people huddled around a
little bit,
know,
yeah. It reminds me of going to Harlem.
a fire in a bin,
Yeah.
and it's like Batman all of a sudden.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
not very aesthetically pleasing.
Well done, Kermit. We'll applaud Kermit for that.
Yes.
Kimber says it's not Christmas till you break a hip.
Yeah. Got some bruises.
Yes.
And she also says she walked down the aisle to Rainbow Connection,
Yes.
which is a great. I mean, I
You shouldn't have been
unfortunately
there.
couldn't be there, could I?
I know.
That's
That was so awful.
Yeah.
that you
the
were
sad
there.
thing about that. What a great song to do that to. JMB, hello in the chat.
Hey.
How are you? Just comes in with yikes. I mean, do you hate the Muppets Christmas Carol or?
Yes. It's an ominous introduction, very much like Scrooge.
So you can't tell me this isn't scary now.
Do you think in real life somebody's actually named their child Ebenezer? Like, is that a normal name? Was that a normal name of the time?
Well, of Victorian times, certainly I would think, which is why probably Ebenezer Scrooge was called that, because it was a reason. Probably
It was like, was it a popular name? Yeah. Or did it just sound unique?
Terrifying. Terrifying.
Yes. But who would anybody name their child Ebenezer in modern day?
They wouldn't do it now, would they?
They wouldn't do it now because it'd just be
child cruelty.
I mean, I feel like Scrooge is obviously to call someone a Scrooge is to call someone miserable and depressing at Christmas. But as a character, he ends up in a very
he has a nice happy arc. So he's not all
bad.
No, but no one ever thinks about that part. Like
No,
they literally just think about the crotchety part. So,
but then I feel like there's far worse things to call your child. If you want to avoid your child, to be made fun of at school and things like that, there are worse things you could call them than Ebenezer.
Jeffrey.
Why is Jeffrey worse?
Jeffrey Epstein was a bit of a dodgy character.
Jeffrey Epstein has been.
And your boss, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
There's a few dodgy Jeffs knocking around.
Yeah, there's a few shady Jeffreys, I suppose, isn't there?
So yeah.
See, Kimber says she shouldn't have children because she would name them
some crap like Ebenezer. Just to be unique.
Yeah, but I suppose you could just shorten it to like Ebbs or something. Ebbs. They've been really naughty.
Ebby. Little Ebby.
Ebenezer.
Yeah, Ebby with a Z.
Ebby. Yeah.
Ebby. I'm sure someone calls someone Ebby in a version of this. Belle, his girlfriend. I'm sure she calls him.
Is that her cute little nickname for that?
Anyone.
Really?
She refers to him as Ebby at one point.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think you're right. When they have the get together.
Yeah. Oh, Ebby. Zuh. You can't just call someone Zuh.
Kimber can do whatever she wants.
Best Michael Caine movie then. Let's go for that one.
Italian Job.
Got to be, I think, probably.
I would say so, yeah.
What about Escape to Victory?
That is pretty
good.
But I don't think it would top the Italian Job. But it is pretty good, Escape to Victory.
I mean, it's quite a lot, to be honest. There's probably quite a lot of Michael Caine that I haven't seen. Quite a lot of the earlier stuff, Get Carter and things like that, that I actually haven't seen. He was a good Alfred. Yes, he was. He was a good Alfred.
Yeah, and to be honest, they've never had a bad Alfred casting. I agree with that.
No. You know what you don't get in this either? Alec Guinness doing his funny walk.
The thing is with that, I do love the Albert Finney Scrooge, but it's a bit in that film. I just think
it freaks you out.
Should have just edited that bit out.
It's
just a bit too weird.
It is strange. He is walking around.
He's just like this. He's trying to float around, but doing it in like a wheel,
in a pantomime way.
Yeah, kind of weird drugs or something.
Here they are. Here they are.
Yep. So this is a very iconic look. Can someone explain to me the purpose of these little hats worn with your dressing gown? And
do you mean like this little hat that I have of this Ebenezer
Scrooge Batman that I got you? Yes.
That's good.
What is have you ever worn a nightcap to
No.
bed?
I don't I don't get the reason for it. I think they're a bit stupid because it would be a bit annoying, especially when you lie down on the lump.
There's a lump.
It's called fashion, Janine. Okay, my bad.
What sort of fashion's that?
Victorian fashion.
Well, see, if you were in that time, you would have your little dressing gown with your little hat.
There's nothing wrong with the dressing gown, pajamas, slippers. We're all fine.
I'm all right with the hat. I just don't get the point in having a little.
You're right.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean that's I suppose the thing, because it's the same as like a bonnet, right? Like you wear it to protect your hair.
JMB calls it geezer fashion.
Geezer fashion. But you wear something like that to protect your hair at night, like friction with the pillow and that sort of stuff.
Yes, but it's not covering your whole hair, so you're gonna wake up with a hat head, or it's gonna fall off.
It's not gonna do anything. Is it not the same sort of idea, possibly?
No, because what's the floppy bit for?
I don't know what the floppy bit's for.
Unless you said to pull, to give you more pull down or something.
Marley,
what's the point of having a bob hat with a bobble on?
Oh, it's just fashion geezer, isn't it?
This is just fashion geezer as well. We're Marley and Marley. Let's all do it.
Whoa. It's the best part of the song.
Good song again, though. Fashion Geezer is my new band name. Take it. You're free to take Fashion Geezer, I think.
I'm just now thinking this would be a really comfortable Halloween costume.
Oh, it would.
And it's a very iconic, just the little hat and
I now almost
robe
regret the dressing gown.
the long nightgown and some slippers. It's just good to go. Yeah.
I might get myself a nightcap.
No, Morgan. No.
But you'd have to get like that old-timey sleeping gown.
Don't go any older than what you already are, Morgan.
Wearing an old sleeping gown, like yes.
Yeah, I mean, if it's cold enough, why not go to sleep with a dressing gown on?
Oh yeah, I do that.
Yeah. If
it's cold, when I'm ill.
Yeah, when you're ill.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the thing is, JMB, when I get my nightcap, I can then get my candle on a plate and walk around.
You're not having one. You can't have one.
That's part of the look. It's part of the look.
Stop it.
But Ebenezer Scrooge Batman has a candle on a plate.
There.
It's the whole look.
Yeah. Do you know what? We used to have one of them.
We did.
A brass one.
We did, didn't we?
With the candle putter out or a stopper thing on as well.
Why do we not still have that?
Probably I've got it somewhere.
Where is that?
We got lights instead in house.
That was when we used to have candles.
Yes, and just fall in the ice and keep going.
That's a phenomenal question from Kimber. Do dressing gowns come in turtleneck form? I don't think I've ever seen
sure if they don't, you'll find one.
There surely should be one somewhere.
How can that work?
No.
Why not?
How can it work?
But it could button up.
What? No.
At the top, it would all be a big thing.
Dressing gowns you just wrap round.
Yes.
Have it so it's going right up there.
There's no buttons.
Of course you can, you bloody hell.
I think that's
okay. Are you going to invent that?
I think that's a good idea.
He got so excited. Oh, I would love to have a bed like
I'm
that.
not the teacher from Another Brick in the Wall. I don't know what J&B is talking about and suggested I'm that man. And speak like him. You need to question, I think, how Scrooge never actually sees Gonzo and Rizzo in this entire movie.
Yeah. When was the last time you read the book?
Oh, I think I've only ever read it once.
Never.
It's not very long either. It's really short.
Mm.
But I actually think I've only ever read it once, and quite a long. I mean, when I was a child.
Do you have it? Do you own it?
I have it. Yeah, it's over there. It's in with these ones here.
Mm.
It's got Alistair Sim on the cover from the 51 version.
Okay.
I've always been a bit creeped out by the Ghost of Christmas Past in this.
Yes.
As well, actually.
It's
very
a strange puppet design. Yeah.
Like, they've done such a good job of making that puppet look so ghostly.
Yeah, with the flowiness and it's probably in water or something, I would imagine.
I mean, we'll ask this question: who's your favorite, Ghost of Christmas Past? Do you prefer the one that looks like a candle? Do you want just an old woman? Like, what are you looking for in your Ghost of Christmas Past?
Yeah, I guess it all depends.
Kimmer also says, gotta read the classics. Dracula is boring AF. And Frankenstein is a banger. Frankenstein is a banger. I like Frankenstein as a book.
Yes.
And admittedly, I do prefer movie versions of Dracula. Although I suppose I would prefer movie versions of Frankenstein as well. But Frankenstein, I think, is a better book than Dracula is.
Okay. The flying doesn't look half bad, I must say.
The flying doesn't look bad in the Albert Finney one either. That's when Alec Guinness gets to sing his weird little ghost song. He's very weird in that movie. Every little scene he's in.
Yeah.
When was it made, this?
92?
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's
Not seeing a lot of green screen cutout flair on it at all.
Well, Disney money, essentially, isn't it? So it shouldn't do. I mean, the movies look better back then than Disney movies do now.
Yeah,
you know why? Because it's film. You can tell it looks like it's real. It's not overly smooth and nasty.
Would you want to go revisit this time?
No.
That was a very fast answer.
I like it, mate.
Would you? Yeah. You'd quite like to go back.
Yeah, you can get up a proper mischief and stuff, couldn't you?
No, but in this way, in like just seeing what's happening as the shadow.
Oh yeah, I would.
No, I wouldn't want to do that at all, actually.
You didn't have good times in this era of your life?
Oh, sure, yeah, but I'm past it now.
Okay. Fair.
I don't want to go back to school. I still have recurring nightmares about not finishing maths homework and things like that. I'm 27.
Don't sweat the small stuff, man.
I know, what's that about? Why do I have that?
I have no idea. It's very, 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 very strange, very, very silly.
And I wake up and think, I don't go to school.
What's the trouble with you at the time then, wasn't
That
it?
was 15 years ago.
The trauma.
I wonder why Scrooge was like that.
Parental negligence.
Do you know what would be a good film?
What?
Pre-Scrooge film of them.
No. That's this segment.
Yeah, no,
That's
but
what you're getting
I
here.
like to see his family and how he was brought up.
He didn't
Yeah,
have any.
we didn't
His
know.
family got rid of him to boarding school as soon
Yeah,
as
but
they
all
could.
that whole process, that whole, the evolution of Ebenezer Scrooge.
Please do not
Make a prequel film. Scrooge
a Christmas Caroling sort of movie franchise.
I don't think it would be a seller.
The Golden Christmas Present.
It would be called Zur, the Untold Story.
Ebby, the young years.
I think it's your birthday, buddy, Shakespeare.
But then they broke his nose off.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know this Muppet's name either, but I like him.
Oh, the eagle guy?
Yeah. I think he's hilarious.
Who's your favorite Muppet?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Is it boring to say Miss Piggy?
No.
But it's
She's
probably
my favorite.
Statler
I
and
mean,
Waldorf, to be fair.
They're hilarious.
Just because they are funny.
Yes. And they're just dunking on everybody. It's great.
I don't know. It's quite a difficult question.
It is a difficult question. There's a lot of great.
Because I like the energy.
Miss Piggy's great.
But I do like Kermit, but it's such an obvious easy one.
See, that's what I think.
The other ones are all very
Like I like Gonzo. I like the Eagle Dude.
Do you like the Swedish Chef?
I like that in this movie that he forgets he's in Britain and says, money and finance is the American way, and then has to be reminded that he's not in America. I think that's a great joke.
Yes. Swedish Chef has human hands, which is just kind of weird.
Swedish Chef's weird. I don't think I like Swedish Chef. He just flops about.
Beaker.
Yeah, or the guy with Beaker in this movie. The pea-looking dude.
Oh yeah.
I like him.
I've always been partial to Janice. I like Janice.
Which one's Janice?
She's in the band, the blonde one.
Okay.
She was the most like just a human person, not like a weird gonzo thing.
Although, I mean, technically, isn't like somebody like Yoda your favorite Muppet? Because technically,
he's Miss Piggy. Yeah,
he's Frank Oz, and he's a puppet.
Yeah, but he's not in a Muppet show,
I think he showed up on the Muppets once.
I don't think that counts.
Yeah, see, me and Candace like the musical Muppet.
I mean, it's fair. What about Fozzie? Do we like Fozzie?
Yeah.
I love Fozzie. I like his scarf, his cute little polka dot scarf.
Oh, yeah, see, I mean, J&B's come out. If we're talking Muppet adjacent, what about Sesame Street?
Sesame Street characters.
Then you're opening up to all
Big Bird and all that, innit? My mate.
I still think about that sometimes. This is, by the way, hello, Galaxy Geeks. Hello.
Hi.
when we were in Las Vegas, driving down the Las Vegas Strip, you decided to very loudly shout to somebody dressed as Big Bird. Oi, Big Bird. And that was it.
Yeah, they got a big wave. Driving past him just outside the Welcome to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Interesting. Kimber says Fozzie isn't her favorite, but she is kind of a Fozzie.
Explain.
Elaborate.
Animals too chaotic for me, I think, as well as a Muppet.
Oh yeah, Sam the Eagle. That's his name, Sam the Eagle.
Sam the Eagle. Okay, and Swedish Chef again. We're dealing with the chaotic Muppets here now.
Yes, Animal.
Because Animal's just like flailing his arms everywhere. Swedish Chef's just flailing his arms everywhere.
Too much disorder for Morgan.
It's just my mind's already all over the place. I don't need that kind of energy.
Speaking of,
it's just
dancing up there. Oh my gosh, that's great. That's really sad. Going back to remember how you completely screwed this up.
Goes to Christmas past, really rubbing his face in it. Then
yeah.
you remember this? Remember the most traumatic period of your entire life? Shut up! You must see it, Scrooge.
It's all part of the process, Michael.
Yes.
You must witness the tough Christmas because it will make you change. I think this is where we're going to get our extra song, Janine.
Oh, yes. I think it's coming up.
J&B likes Camilla the Chicken. That's an interesting choice.
Okay. What is Gonzo's relationship with the chickens?
So does Gonzo, you know. Gonzo, if I figure out what sort of animal Gonzo is, I can tell you what his relationship.
I mean, is he just a monster? Is it like he considered like a monster, like the creatures on Sesame Street?
Somebody's just been a bit random, haven't they, when they started creating an extra Muppet, an extra Muppet in.
Yeah.
Just thought
Here we go.
Bits on.
It is our extra song. He's an alien. I mean, that's...
Okay. That's fair.
I don't accept that as an answer.
Did they explain this in that Muppet Space movie that I do believe had a cameo from Joshua Jackson?
Anything to bring up Joshua Jackson. I mean, how have you managed to weasel Joshua Jackson into this?
I'll make it happen.
See, now I realise now why this has a reprise at the end of the movie. The love is gone. That one. The love is found, and then it turns into that, doesn't it, at the end?
Yeah.
It comes from this that I never knew before, because it's the first time I've watched this full version.
Okay. Yes.
No, why was it cut out, this bit? Then?
I've no idea why it was cut out. It's a little bit bizarre to me. I don't see the point in cutting it out.
I'm trying to remember if they said when I went to that panel, because they did talk about it and show the clips from it, and yeah, it was sung live there, but I don't remember if they said like why it was ended up being cut.
Was it probably
like a budgetary thing? I think maybe
a budgetary thing. I mean, it's one song.
I know, but
I think
maybe like the momentum, people thought it slowed the movie down or something.
Yeah, that's what I would wager.
That's probably
it's overly romantic, and it's this is supposed to be a bit of a silly Muppets movie,
isn't it?
It's
just like
and this is
different.
This is a bit too played straight, maybe.
What's
wrong with that? Michael Caine's playing the entire movie with the seriousness of a stone to the head.
Look how good he is. Look at all that emotion.
He's very good. It is quite upsetting, actually.
Yeah, so I'm kind of understanding why they probably made that choice.
Rizzo's crying.
You can't take it.
His nightcap there doesn't seem to look as uncomfortable as it did before.
Womp womp. That was a nice little transition. Oh yes, Muppets in Space is about Gonzo.
Oh, so he's actually an alien. Okay.
Yes, I need to watch more Muppet movies. I haven't seen I don't think I've never seen the Muppets in Space.
No, neither have I.
Or the new
Treasure Island is a good movie.
Yes, I haven't seen the Jason Segel one either. The new one. Everyone says it's really
I didn't
good.
watch those. The new one that's definitely like over 10 years old now.
Yes. I think it was Oscar nominated, like the songs in it or something.
Oh yeah, because it was the songs were done by Brett McKenzie off of Flight of the Conchords, weren't they?
I think so. How come these vegetables don't talk and sing?
Because these are real vegetables and not Muppet vegetables.
Oh, thank you for that explanation.
Now, what are you looking for in your Ghost of Christmas present? Do you want?
I like him giant. Yes, I like him huge and cheerful.
So the bigger the better for Ghost of Christmas present.
Okay, thanks for stopping by, Ash.
Yes, thank you very much. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. They're big in the Albert Finney one, aren't they, as well? Christmas
yeah, he's very tall, isn't he?
Yeah.
But he's wearing the green.
Yeah. But he's a big
man.
Unit.
Yeah.
So what's the...
But, like, this Muppet's quite big. Not just tall. I like this Christmas present a lot, actually.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I mean, yes.
Janine wants the
I
Ghost
wouldn't
of
mind that
Christmas
at all.
Present to be Joshua Jackson.
Every Muppet movie needs to have a cameo from Joshua Jackson. I mean, he was probably in his Mighty Ducks era. That's Disney. They could have thrown him in here.
There's not many human beings in the movie.
No. Mostly in just the flashback stuff is where you get the most humans, I think. Those puppets are fairly creepy looking.
Now, why is nobody dancing with me?
He's a bit scary, bloke.
Who?
Like weird little witchy looking fella.
Oh, the
Oh,
purple
yeah.
hair.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of the spirit, the message, if you hear it.
How did they do that with like somebody in the suit and then like
I think I've
with
always
the
assumed
mouth
it.
moving and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like to move the mouth
Like,
and
just
stuff, it had
puppet
to
the
be a
mouth, yeah,
separate.
from the inside, just like
Mm-hmm.
with a lever or some sort, I guess.
And Vincent Price and Christopher Lee as Marley and Marley for Morgan.
I don't need
In my
Marley and
version.
Marley. I'm very Christmassy.
No, I
Although
think in the version where Joshua Jackson's in it.
okay, well, yeah, okay, we
Yes.
can have that.
Yeah.
Jim Henson was a dark wizard. Possibly. It's true, wherever you find love, it feels like Christmas.
I like how they did his hair and his beard with that kind of fluffy, feathery material, so it just kind of like floats.
See, the songs in this are just they're banger after banger after banger again, aren't they?
Yes. Hagrid telling Jim Henson, "You're a dark wizard, Jimmy."
Can Hagrid be played by the Ghost of Christmas Present?
Definitely. I think Hagrid's my
Yes.
model on the Ghost of Christmas
Yes, I think so.
Do you play games at Christmas? Who plays games at Christmas? What's everybody's favorite Christmas game?
Well, we did do
No.
some games. I guess I get very aggressive at Monopoly though.
Which is why it shouldn't be a Christmas game.
Yeah.
But we did do some fun games. We did our family Christmas last weekend and we played some fun like trivia games. Like it was like a bunch of emojis and we had to guess like what Christmas song they were.
Okay.
Yes. And then we
can't play trivia type games with Morgan because he just answers every question correct and we answer them all wrong.
That's kind of what happened with me as well. Because
we did like a month ago and it was good.
Yeah, because you answered every question correct and we answered them all wrong.
Doesn't last long then, does it?
Well, we did do a trivia game where you had to answer like Christmas related questions. So like name all the ghosts from this story or like what did the family from A Christmas Story get that was fragile?
We don't like A Christmas Story in this house either, do we? We're not a fan of that film.
I never watched that one.
It's no good. I don't know why people like that.
Like it's because whatever TBS or whatever did that Christmas Story Day thing where Christmas Day they just played it over and over and over and over
But I
again, and
can't.
that's how it became a thing here. But
Right.
when that happened, I never watched it because I was just like,
No,
I can't understand why you would want to watch a movie about somebody reminiscing that all they wanted for this one Christmas was a gun.
yeah. And it's so
That's the whole
weird.
point of it.
Yes.
It's not a good film.
Just watch his other film, Black Christmas, instead.
Yeah, it's a much better Christmas movie, actually.
So weird.
Stick to
That's the
making
same
horror
director.
balls.
They're very different.
Here she is at 8.
I know. It's very. I don't think I remembered it was so long before we saw her. Oh, and look, JMB honoring the original Clue name with Cluedo for you.
Ah, so we should. Thank you. Cluedo's not a bad one to pull out at Christmas, actually. Everybody likes a nice Christmas murder mystery, don't they?
How did this
Americans love
gene
guns.
split?
It is true.
How did this gene split work? Just that the girls came out as pigs and the boys came out as frogs.
Yes, that's the point. It's like,
how does that biology work?
Would you rather have it like this or like
some pig frog hybrid, baby?
Yeah, like Shrek and not Shrek, Donkey and Dragon from Shrek.
I mean, those babies were cute.
They're just donkeys with dragon wings. What do you want? A frog with?
And they're pink nose. And they have the spots. They were cute.
I'm not saying they weren't, but I don't know how you mingle.
I don't know. I definitely don't know. This was probably the clear, easy choice, but it's just funny to think about. Like, what is that? What is the science of that?
Now, are you scared of Kermit the Frog, Janine?
No, because he's cute.
Ah, so it's just determines on whether the frog is cute or not.
Yeah, because I mean, even like tree frogs or like really pretty colorful frogs, like blue frogs and things, don't really...
Poisonous ones.
Yes.
Ones that could kill you.
Yes. Like I see a picture of those and it doesn't freak me out. I'm like, oh, that's pretty.
But any sort of toad.
Yes. Any sort of lumpy, bumpy, crawly toad freaks me the hell out.
Anything from the movie Frogs.
I'm not a fan of frogs.
You're not like frogs.
And like when they crawl around, oh my gosh, it makes my skin crawl. Yes.
Pointless.
Pointless.
And I think it spawned because of my friend who, like, she was collecting a bunch of baby frogs that had just, like, you know, were hopping around, and she was collecting them and putting them in a Ziploc bag with like this much water. And like and they were like crawling all over each other and trying to escape and like freaking out in the bag, and she like waved it in my face. So I think that's where that started.
Well,
sounds quite dramatic.
I kind of agree with Kimber, who cannot abide this frog slander.
I'm sorry, I was traumatized. Frogs just scare me. They just generally scare me. Like, I don't know why, they just freak me out. So no offense to frogs, but yes, Kermit is adorable though. And I like that they distinguish Kermit with his very specific eye shape.
Yes.
The different coloring. And like the fact that he's the most iconic Muppet and like his design is so simple. Like he's literally the one Muppet that you can tell is just a hand in a thing.
Yeah. It kind of is, isn't it? There is nothing to it.
Simple is often the most effective.
But it's because he was, well, he's the Muppets Mickey Mouse, isn't he? He was Jim Henson's baby from day one.
Yeah.
Kermit. So
I saw a video recently where Miss Piggy is just roasting Martha Stewart in like a super cut of videos. She's just like, telling her.
Miss Piggy's just Mae West.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
Now, I wanted to make sure everybody was aware of that.
Yes. She's incredibly fashionable and sassy. Yeah.
I think they should remake all the Mae West movies with Miss Piggy. I think that'd be great.
They should. Yes. Yeah, feel bad. Feel guilty. Jerk.
The point, he's already feeling bad enough. You don't have to kick him while he's down.
Yes, I do. He gets kicked until the end when he learns his lesson. Ooh, Kimber does not like Miss Piggy.
Doesn't like Miss Piggy. Do you like Mae West, though? That's the real question. Why don't you like Miss Piggy? I'm actually quite interested because I really do like Miss Piggy.
I will not accept this pig slander.
The thing is, right, with Scrooge, he's not a villain, is he? Because why is he the way he is? There's reason to why he's the way he is.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's outwardly evil.
Does that give you an excuse?
He's just insular and selfish. Like
that's all he's ever known.
Yeah. He's not actively trying to harm people.
Might be a completely different movie if you really know.
Yeah. But like he's thought of as this incredibly evil person.
And he doesn't see, he's not really looking at how his behavior affects people because he's so into himself.
The lesson of self-reflection.
So the fact that he's able to see, once he sees what his actions did to other people, that's kind of where the redemption starts creeping in. But he doesn't even think about it.
Life.
Essentially, yeah.
Where George has to see what everybody's like without him.
Yeah.
To see how important he is.
Yeah.
Whereas Scrooge is just like everybody would be way
seeing
better
what
if
his
I
presence.
Wasn't here.
Yes, that his presence did a lot of harm.
Oh, we've got an explanation. Miss Piggy's awful to Kermit. Kimber liked the other pig he dated on the show that nobody else watched. Her name was Denise.
Oh,
she looked like Natalie Dormer. Interesting.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. She's pretty mean to Kermit, but as an individual on her own, I like her sass and I like her fashion.
I will not repeat what JMB says about Miss Piggy, as I believe that is inappropriate commentary. This wholesome evening, or afternoon, or morning, or wherever you're watching it. Yes.
So is it Christmas future or Christmas yet to come? And like, when did it change? And
yeah, see what
do you
prefer, the
what is the debate on that?
Or just calling him the ghost of future.
Yet to come.
Yet to come.
It's much more Dickensian.
It's all about being Dickensian.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? I actually think the scariest version of the Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come is in an animated version Who voiced Scrooge? I'm going to have to Google it. I feel like it was an early 2000s animated version that I remember watching. Basically, Yet to Come is just this shadow on the floor. That is think of the shadow of Nosferatu, as that's in everybody's mind at the moment, Nosferatu and all that. But it is just this elongated shadow with hands like stretching out and
like Dementor hands,
like Dementor. Yeah, I mean, Yet to Come looks like a Dementor anyway.
Yeah.
I do like this version though, the grey. Albert Finney's is brown cloak, I think.
The Scrooged one has all those creepy faces inside of its under its cloak.
Well, it's actual face.
No, he opens his cloak and there's like these creepy monsters inside of his cloak when he opens it.
Oh, well, there's supposed to be, what is it? Ignorance and want. These
there's like creepy demons inside of his cloak when he opens it up in the Scrooged version. Yes, the Scrooged one was scary looking.
Oh, Kimber's just sent me a picture of Denise the pig.
Oh, does she look like Natalie Dormer?
A little bit.
I vaguely remember that where he dated like a nice pig girl.
There's a picture of Denise the pig.
Oh yes, okay, I do remember her, and she does look like Natalie Dormer. That's funny. Yeah, it's the eyes and the hair. Definitely giving, her in Game of Thrones.
See, this is all very nice, all very well and good, isn't it? All very grim, selling his old curtains and things like that. But where's the happy song that everybody sings about his death?
And the dancing
that he gets involved in without him realizing
that it's about him.
Yeah. It's a miss, isn't it, that in the film, anyway?
It is. I think it's genuinely effective that he gets so in that Albert Finney version that he gets so into a huge choreographed musical number about the fact that everybody's happy he's dead.
Yeah. It's reminding me of Wicked, because in the songs in Wicked, obviously Elphaba is not intended to turn evil, and she sings a song where she prophesizes that she'll be associated with people being happy and cheering, but she doesn't say how.
Yeah.
And so then obviously when you see people celebrating her death, that's what it made me think of when you said that.
We didn't get a reprise.
Yes, Kimber said the same thing. Yes, I hope when I die, everyone sings a happy song about it. Iconic Wicked Witch of the West level.
But the thing is, the iconic Witch is Dead song isn't about the Wicked Witch of the West, is it?
No, it's about her sister.
Which is, after watching Wicked, the movie, is a little bit harsh, because what did that poor girl ever do?
I mean, she doesn't, well, bad choice of words, but she never stands up for her sister.
It's a very bad choice of words.
Yes. And if we're going into a bit of spoiler territory for the musical, she ends up kind of becoming an evil dictator of munchkins. So, yes.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yes.
I was quite sad we don't get a reprise of Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead at the beginning of Wicked.
No. But we
I feel
get that
like that's
no one mourns the wicked is their kind of...
Yeah.
So they do celebrate her death in that film at the beginning, but
everybody likes Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead.
Witch, oh witch, the wicked witch.
It is. It's great.
Yeah.
This is a sad part of the movie.
Yes, you need to see.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's so sad.
Don't be so optimistic, Kermit.
Life is made up of meetings and partings. That's very, very poignant.
He's a very poignant frog.
Cane by the fire. Oh my gosh. So sad.
He is very pure. Here's a question. Now, obviously, we now get to see Scrooge's grave, right?
Yes.
Who's paid for his gravestone?
I mean, did he put money aside for that?
Yeah, if you had a funeral plan.
When you're rich like that, you maybe plan ahead these things.
I mean, I suppose.
This is in the future.
Yeah.
Needs to go out in style.
But his gravestone says, "Here lies Ebenezer Scrooge. Everyone hated him."
So maybe that was like the fun little thing that the funeral man that he paid.
Yeah,
because
threw in
he's
there.
dead, so it's like, I'll just have this extra bit on for free.
He didn't tell me what to put on. He just told me to bury him. He didn't say what to put on the gravestone.
Can they, Scrooge? Can these events be changed? That's the question we must ask.
Yes. Very dramatic.
It's very
This
dramatic.
happens in movies. This
Very
is an
cool.
underrated thing that happens in movies.
I mean, I think we've seen it so many times in this now, but the concept of looking at your own gravestone must be pretty terrifying.
Especially after seeing all of the damage you've done throughout your life. Like,
yeah.
I think we're maybe a little bit desensitized to the actual power of A Christmas Carol.
Do you think that the worst people in the world going through this experience would change them?
I mean,
think of like a Donald Trump or an Elon.
No, I think the people like that are just
or all those Jeffreys that we mentioned.
Yeah, it's too far gone, aren't they?
Wait, the thing is with Scrooge, there was
a good person there,
happiness and life there and positivity there, and it is.
But do you not think all those other people were products of their youth and all of that?
Well, that's a good philosophical debate,
because nobody starts out that way.
No. Well, we'll say if it's good enough for Scrooge, who lived,
yes,
you know, at this point, 30 plus years.
But how does Donald Trump write himself?
Oh no, he doesn't. At this point. No,
that's what I mean. He's too far gone.
But if he were to go through a Scrooge-like evening,
yeah,
Would he have some self-reflection? Probably not, because I don't actually think he's capable
No,
of that.
I don't.
His brain is wired completely differently.
Yeah.
Do we know how Michael Caine felt about doing this movie? Like, was he generally crotchety about doing these epic lines with puppets and Muppets? Or do you think he had fun
If he-
with it?
If he was, it doesn't show, because I do think it is probably his most beloved role.
Yes.
I know we talked about what's your favourite, what's his best movie before Orbit, but universally, you can't give this good of a performance and this genuine of a performance if you're not actually interested.
Yeah.
Why would you accept the offer to be in a Muppet movie?
You would have no need to, would it?
Yeah.
Given where he
But I
was
mean,
at his
we've seen
career.
stories of people do these movies and then just kind of bitch and moan about them, and like after the fact, or they weren't happy. But
I've never heard anything to say that he wasn't, and I think there would be a
bigger story about
you'd
that.
know about it.
You'd know about it. There'd be a bit of a stigma over the movie, I think, if he had have been.
Because I could see going into it, like at first, feeling a little ridiculous, but then once you're kind of in it,
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, he might have been a big Muppet fan.
But yeah, I mean, look at all the people that were guests on the Muppets and things like that. They all,
iconic show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like we've only heard good things about Jim Henson, so I wouldn't be surprised that he really loved working with him generally.
Kimber also says you literally cannot look Kermit the Frog in the face and not have your heart melt.
Yes.
Which I think is fair.
He really does wear a top hat. Well,
he does, but I think it's mainly because of the fact he's got long hair in the movie.
Yeah,
I think
I don't think
have that hair. Silly.
Yeah, fair point. It's a big
I
top
do
hat,
think
so.
Big top.
It's very tall. Yes.
Yeah.
Was that a status thing? How tall your hat was?
Probably. Yeah, probably. I don't know that. I don't know that much about Victorian history. Admittedly, it's not. It's not my area of expertise.
It's a little too early for you.
It's a little too recent for me. I'm more like, the 8th century and things like that. You would be a little freaked out, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
as Fred.
Yes.
If your crotchety old uncle, you
Was
kind
just
of always
nice.
try with, but he obviously hates you.
Yeah.
Just came
all
on
of a
one
sudden just
Christmas, just
completely
like
different person.
you would wonder what the hell was going
What's
on.
going on? He's on some kind of drugs. Like, what's happening here?
Yeah.
There's a pretty famous story about Danny Trejo. When his mom dies, he was trying to hold it together, but he was on set with Kermit, and the actor could sense his sadness and asked him if he was okay through Kermit. And when he did, Danny Trejo broke down. Oh my gosh.
That's a good story.
And like, if you know Danny Trejo's story, like, he's a hard man.
Oh, God,
been through a lot of crazy stuff. So,
I mean, we love this song as well. We do.
mhm.
I do think, though, and I think this about every version of Scrooge and Christmas Carol, to be honest with you, I think it's incredibly convenient how Ebenezer Scrooge is able to buy a lot of Christmas presents on Christmas morning.
Yeah.
Right?
And there was still the biggest turkey in the...
It's not going to happen.
Shop was still there.
And then he puts on this act.
Yeah.
Because he thinks he's funny. That's why he's doing this.
Is this the nicest Miss Piggy's been to Kermit in any media in this movie?
Yeah, why? Why has he got a sense of humour?
Why has he got like a dry sense of humour?
Yeah.
Why does he think I'm going to play a prank on Bob Cratchit?
Because he didn't do that with anyone else that he was mean to, and then brought them with his nephew. Anyone? He just
be nice. Just be nice.
I guess he thought the impact would be bigger if he just played it.
Yeah.
Because he does some version of that in every single one. In every single version of the story. He does some version. Let's pretend to be mad with Bob Cratchit.
But then, nope. Gotcha.
I mean,
why is Rizzo wearing a Gryffindor scarf?
The entire population of London's in the Cratchit house now.
Miss Piggy's like, I gotta clean all this up now.
Yeah.
They can't
invite all these people here.
That house can't be as squalid and small as it looks if that many Muppets are in there.
TARDIS.
Might be a TARDIS.
Candle's very still considering the number of people.
It is.
Yeah.
That turkey's not speaking either. There's an awful lot of Muppets.
I know. They're hanging out the door.
There's a horse
down the street. Oh my goodness. Are those lobsters?
Lobsters. Yeah. Lovely.
Very nice.
Beautiful stuff. Muppets Christmas Carol. It's true. Wherever you find love, it feels like Christmas. We've had a great watch along there. I think.
Yes.
Always exciting. It is good, isn't it? It's just
a nice
film. It is really good. This was my first time watching it in a very long time, and I have to say, I think it is the favorite. I will officially put it into the rotation. Yeah, it's quick. The songs are good. The performances are good.
Good choice.
It's funny. Yes,
it is funny. It is funny. We've had a great number of good discussions today, actually.
Yes. Thank you to everyone who popped in. Thank you, Kimber.
Yes, Kimber, I think deserves a special shout out for sticking with us throughout the whole show. But yeah, we had a nice few people pop into the chat. Thank you, of course, for doing that. Thank you for joining us on 2024's.
Yes, she gave you a brilliant idea for a turtleneck dressing gown. So 2025 goals for you.
Yeah,
I might
remember that.
I might make one.
Oh, and that's a commitment, Morgan.
It is
a
commitment. It is.
Yeah.
No chopped liver. Thank you, JMB, for being here as well and contributing some. You gave us a geezer fashion, so we appreciate that as well.
Yes, thank you. They always.
And helping me bring up Joshua Jackson. I appreciate that as well.
You will always appreciate that. Anything else we would like to say other than simply a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, keep an eye out for Morgan Hasn't Seen 300 on Christmas Day.
Wow, 300.
Yes, hang out with us on Christmas Day. We have a very big episode. We have some surprises and presents. So we determined what is Morgan's favorite Morgan Hasn't Seen movie.
An enormous tournament bracket we did. Of all
Morgan's favorites from all the films we've covered.
And you've
since
got
2019.
We've whittled it down.
Right.
Yeah, it's been whittled down to a number one.
Gosh.
It was very fun. Keep an eye out for that on Christmas Day. Join us for that, of course.
I think we're doing that as a live premiere, so I will be in the chat chatting with people if you decide to watch it live. So
on this YouTube channel, of course, subscribe, ding the notification bell to the It's a Wonderful Podcast YouTube channel for all that and for all the other fun stuff. Find the podcast feed wherever you get your podcasts on all major platforms for all of the shows there. Kimber's going to watch Nosferatu on Christmas. That is a great way to spend Christmas.
Yes.
I wish I was doing that, but unfortunately it doesn't come out for another week.
What?
I have to wait till the new year to go and watch Nosferatu, which is very upsetting. But thank you all. Social media, Patreon, donation links, all that is in the description, or should be in the description. If it's not there, you probably know where it is anyway. It's also been scrolling down at the bottom of the screen. Anything else we want to say, Janine?
Just happy holidays and thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Is that all you want to say? There you go.
It's been a pleasure as always.
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
It's always nice. Back next year.
Yeah. 100%.
We don't know what we'll be doing.
No.
Can't wait to see Janine's Christmas jumper next year.
Yes, I will have a fancy, shiny, beautiful. Yes.
Well, you were red and green.
Yeah, it's Christmassy colours.
It's very Christmassy.
Yes.
I kind of let you off.
I'll do better next year, I promise.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays, everybody.
Have a wonderful time.
Yes.
With all your families and your friends.
All the great movies you watch every Christmas. Like this one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Janine, and Jingle All the Way.
And Jingle All the Way, apparently. Jingle All the Way.
Is that our preview for next year's?
Why not? Oh, no, there must be a better one.
Well, you can
you have the year to think about it.
Yeah.
You did choose Deck the Halls a couple of years ago. And
yeah, and it's one of Janine's all-time favorites.
Oh, yes, that's part of the annual rotation now.
It's just terrible.
Kimber nominates Edward Scissorhands. We did Gremlins last year, Kimber.
We did do Gremlins last year. There is a watch along with Gremlins.
Violent
Night is also
that was a fun one.
I have not watched that yet.
You want to though, don't you?
I do, yeah. I think I might actually
watch
that when I go.
It's a fun one.
Fair enough. I think my dad's going to watch Violent Night now. So
so he'll know if he likes it for next year.
Exciting. Well, Janine, there is only one thing left to do, and in the most Christmassy way you possibly can, count us down. I love it.
3, 2, 1. Bye, everyone.
Perfect. Absolutely iconic. Yes. Bye.